Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, let the games begin. The Oilers open their regular season with the Battle of Alberta. Potential pipeline. The Prime Minister and U.S. President discuss resurrecting the Keystone XL project. And on track, the Line LRT extension reaching a major construction milestone.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
The puck drops on a new Edmonton Oilers season in just a few hours. Their rivals from the south are visiting Rogers Place for the Battle of Alberta. After another long season, the fans and team are getting ready to do it all over again. That includes CTV's Naramanisa, who's down in Ice District for us this evening, where a tailgate party is just getting started. Naraman, looks a little quiet in there for now, but I know the gates did just open.
Yeah, Matt, so it's a new initiative for the Oilers. They are introducing tailgate parties for tonight's game and Saturday's game here inside Fan Park in this big tent. And yes, you said, not really busy right now. Doors just opened, and when I got here about 20 minutes ago, there was over a dozen people lined up waiting to be the first ones inside. So for tonight's tailgate, there's going to be some games. There's going to be a DJ, drinks, a lot of things happening, plus autograph sessions with some Oilers alumni. Kelly Buckberg and Craig McTavish will be here. And so, you know, a lot happening, and that's exactly what the Oilers want. They want fans to come out during game days, and nearby businesses also banking on those fans sticking around.
I just love the coloring. I love the style. They did a really good job.
Kendra Mayer and her husband are here from Ontario and are planning on bringing home a jersey as a souvenir.
We've traveled for this game, season opener. This is a bucket list for my husband.
The Oilers are a big draw for Edmonton, especially the downtown region. Fans from near and far are boosting business.
I just love the city so much. Everything in life that I ever loved always had to tie back to Edmonton somehow.
We first met Russ Jericho this past postseason. The Oilers fan is from the UK and would wake up at 3 a.m. to watch the games. He's now in Edmonton for 4 months, taking it all in.
Always wanted to see this place in the summer. Never been here in the summer, so I've been here to take in the Riverhawks game, an Elks game, and now hockey season's back, and I can't wait.
Down the street from Rogers Place is O'Byrne's Irish Pub. It opened its doors in February. Oilers foot traffic has been good for business.
More so during the week, we'll be busy before, and then during, not as bad, but on the weekends, we are busy before, at capacity during, and then we are like line up outside after the game.
The Oilers are a major player when it comes to driving Edmonton's economy. Explore Edmonton says the 2025 playoffs generated an estimated $266 million economic impact. That includes 80,000 overnight stays.
Great for downtown, great for the pub especially. I'm very thankful and happy that we had, that fan base share that experience with us.
And with a new season upon us, businesses are hoping they and the team will score big. All right, and so the puck drops on another season at 8 o'clock. That's the tailgate party will run until 8 o'clock. It is open to all ages, fans of all ages, and you don't need a ticket for the game to come here and check out all the fun before that puck drops. And there's also going to be another tailgate party on Saturday for the Vancouver Canucks game. And so, Maddie, here we go. Another, hopefully, long season for the Oilers. Puck drop happening tonight.
All right, buckle up, Naraman. CTV's Naramanisa live in Ice District tonight. Thank you. The Oilers have locked up another veteran defenseman for a few more years. Matias Ekholm has signed a 3-year contract extension worth $4 million a season. Ekholm says he was hoping to have a new deal in place before the start of the season.
It was maybe at the last hour, but we're super happy it got done, and we're happy to stay in Edmonton. I mean, I'm just wanted to retire in Edmonton. That's the whole goal. That's the purpose of this deal, and we'll see at 39 if I have another year in me. But let's start with this and see where it goes.
Ekholm was acquired by the Oilers from the Nashville Predators in 2023, and since then he's played 165 games with Edmonton, scoring 24 goals and 92 points. 3 days into the Alberta-wide teacher strike, and reality is setting in for many people who would normally be in the classroom. CTV's Connor Hogg spoke to one household hit harder than most about how they're coping.
You must promise to stay here forever. No!
Stephanie and Jeremy LaRose wouldn't ordinarily have this much free time in the middle of the day. Both are missing their regular jobs. Jeremy teaches high school in Vegreville, and Stephanie teaches grade 2 in Sherwood Park.
We are a 2-teacher household, so that's no income. Might get some hate for this, but at least if it snowed, I could go and shovel.
The LaRosas say they've known this could be coming since March, and their union has told teachers to save a month's income in case. Teachers' strikes in Alberta historically haven't lasted longer than a few weeks.
We get the feeling that the government wants to starve us a bit and hold out.
For us, it's going to be a struggle.
I very much would like to see our kids back in classrooms in the public schools.
Speaking on Alberta Primetime yesterday, the finance minister says his government won't rule out back to work legislation in the coming weeks. A formal lockout goes into effect tomorrow afternoon.
This is a fight worth fighting for our own kids, for the kids that we teach, for our future kids.
If the strike lasts for 2 more weeks, Jeremy says he'll have to start looking for work. The LaRosas say many of their colleagues are in similar situations.
Much like being a teacher and my willingness to do whatever I can for my students, I'll do whatever I can for my family.
I love teaching. I love every student that comes through my classroom. They're one of my own. And for some, school is a safe place for them.
The LaRosas say the strike hardship now will be worth it in the end. In Sherwood Park, Connor Hogg, CTV News.
A pipeline bringing Alberta crude oil to the United States could once again be a reality. CTV News has confirmed the Keystone XL Pipeline was a talking point yesterday when Prime Minister Mark Carney and U.S. President Donald Trump met in Washington. According to someone with knowledge of the discussion, the topic was raised in conversation around linking energy between the two countries and was only in the context of getting relief on steel and aluminum tariffs. One economist says this is a topic where the two leaders can find common ground, and if it's developed, would open up more markets to Alberta.
If you can somehow find a way to get that pipeline capacity on board, of course, it's good for the Alberta economy. And the argument that Alberta will make to the rest of Canada is that it's good for the rest of Canada as well, which is why the hope is that the federal government would get behind supporting this.
Southbow, a spin-off company from TC Energy, who previously ran the project, says it supports efforts to find solutions that increase the transportation of Canadian crude oil. The company also says it will continue to explore opportunities that leverage its existing corridor with its customers and others in the industry. The Premier has issued new mandate letters to Alberta ministers with healthcare portfolios. That includes primary and preventative health services, hospital and surgical health services, mental health and addiction, and assisted living and social services. Some of the tasks include reducing wait times, transferring non-acute patients out of hospitals, and passing legislation the government says will create more choice when it comes to accessing preventative services and screenings. The outgoing head of Alberta Medical Association says she has very little confidence in the leadership of the overall health system.
I would certainly say that it would be nice not to need 4 mandate letters, that we really should only have 1 health minister and 1 mandate letter. And what we are seeing, for instance, is a disconnect, if we take 2 of the pillars between acute care and assisted living Alberta, where we now have 2 organizations that are going to have different metrics and that are heavily rely on one another. And so far, we have not seen that happen. We have ALC numbers, particularly in the Edmonton zone, that are enormous. And it's not clear how this system is going to make that better.
The Alberta government broke up AHS into 4 divisions earlier this year. The University of Alberta has a new state-of-the-art microscope capable of revealing the smallest details of cells, proteins, and viruses. The $8 million microscope can view molecules just 1/10,000,000th of a meter in size. Data that once took months or years to analyze can now be processed in a matter of hours. It's the only microscope of its kind in Alberta and the 5th in the country. The university's vice president of research says this is a pivotal moment for health-related research.
This isn't just a new piece of infrastructure. It's a game changer that will fundamentally redefine the future of drug discovery and viral research in our province.
The university says the microscope will help researchers explore human diseases and create drugs and vaccines to combat them. Well, Josh, the weather's going to be under a microscope with the Thanksgiving long weekend fast approaching.
You will not like what you see, especially Sunday and Monday, even Saturday. Doesn't look that great. Leading up to the Thanksgiving long weekend, though, looks really nice for tomorrow and Friday. Today, a lot cooler than yesterday, but no worse than about average. 11 degrees downtown Edmonton right now. We got some 9s and 10s there off to the west and south of the city. Wind about 10 to 15 kilometers per hour. 17 will go down as the daytime high for today, but that happened just after midnight. The warmest we've been this afternoon, 12 degrees, which would put us right on par with about average. It was another morning where temperatures were way above average, though. After hitting 17 at midnight, we slipped to 7 degrees, 5 degrees above the average low. We'll see daytime highs Sunday in that 2-degree range. We'll get to that in a little bit. First, take a look outside with CTV drone. It was a cloudy start to the day. Had some scattered showers in parts of the Edmonton area, even some ice pellets in parts of the Edmonton region. And now you've got blue sky over the Edmonton region. And it looks like we should stay fairly clear for most of tonight and through tomorrow and Friday. You can see north of the city, still a little bit of cloud cover. It's starting to break down, though, off to the west and southwest of the city. Across the north, you've got a little bit cloudier. But here,
what a roller coaster ride. All right, Josh, thank you. Coming up next on CTV News, an update on the Valley Line LRT extension as it approaches a major milestone.
We'll try to see what we can do to minimize the traffic disruptions on it.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Coming up Thursday on Your Morning Edmonton, we learn about what it takes to train service dogs and how you can help, plus putting together thrifted Halloween costumes.
Your Morning Edmonton, weekdays.
James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
The builder of the Valley Line LRT extension is celebrating a major construction milestone. The elevated track along 87th Avenue is complete, and that means the large crane will be leaving the area. CTV's Merrick Takash reports.
The west portion of the Valley Line LRT has been under construction since 2021, meaning drivers have had to deal with intersection closures and lane adjustments for 4 years and counting.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. You don't even know what road or street you can go down anymore.
7-10 years ago, when they redid the White Mud West, they should have put the LRT right down the middle of it. It's kind of a pain to get anywhere.
The company responsible for building the Valley Line West LRT extension says traffic delays will soon be minimized.
This season, since the beginning of April, we installed 224 precast concrete segments in just under 180 days, which is great production for us. We're really proud of it.
The elevated portion of the line, which includes stops at the Misericordia Hospital and West Edmonton Mall, is nearing completion. Over the next few days, a large crane that's been visible in West Edmonton for quite some time will be hauled away.
This gantry played a crucial role in the Edmonton Valley Line construction for the elevated guideway. Without it, there would be no elevated guideway to ride the train on.
The city says the completion of the elevated guideway is a big milestone in the project. Construction in the area will continue over the next 2 years.
We'll try to see what we can do to minimize the traffic disruptions on it, but again, it won't be as significant. We're not talking about full closures of intersections like we're done this year.
The city says they're still on track for a completion date somewhere in 2028. Merrick Takash, CTV News, Edmonton.
One of Edmonton's former mayors believes an incoming council needs to set clear direction for the city and show decisive leadership.
I think this is a very crucial election. I mean, I think we're floundering. I think our city's got problems that aren't being coped properly with, and we need people at the helm can do the kind of things and can make the kind of changes and include the kind of people to make a difference in the future of our city.
Stephen Mandel was Edmonton's mayor from 2004 to 2013. He oversaw the deal to build the downtown arena, which was controversial for the amount of money the city spent on the project. Mandel says that downtown is one area that continues to be a problem. He says the incoming council needs to build better relationships with groups like the police and the province. Still to come tonight on CTV News, courses closing, your last opportunity to play a round of golf, whether you like it or not.
It's still perfect, and yet we have to stop. I don't know why. I don't see any snow.
Programming brought to you by Basement Systems Edmonton. Contact us today for all things basement-y.
Cooler weather tees off. The season for city-run golf courses is coming to a close. The last day for golfing at Victoria, Rundle, and Riverside is Monday, October 13th.
That's this Monday.
That's this Monday, Josh. Some golfers we spoke with say the end is coming too soon.
I'm very, very sad about golf coming to an end. The course has been in magnificent shape all year. Look at it. It's still perfect, and yet we have to stop. I don't know why. I don't see any snow. But you know what else I'm really going to be sad about? I'm going to miss Kevin.
Kevin and Rudy can still hang out at Victoria. The driving range will stay open, weather permitting. What do you think, Josh? Too soon? You said you were golfing till like November last year.
November 3rd.
Wow.
We golfed last year. The city courses are closing on the 13th. There will be places to play for a couple weeks yet. Although this weekend may not be the ideal weekend to head out there. River Valley Skycams, driven by Action Furnace, fixed right or it's free. It's 11 degrees right now under mainly sunny skies here in the Edmonton area. As we said, 12, the warmest we've been this afternoon. 12 right now in Fort McMurray as well as Grand Prairie. Look at Jasper's at 3 degrees. Yeah, that's what's coming our way for Sunday and Monday. These are not temperatures. This is how much the temperature has changed in the past 24 hours. So we're 11 degrees colder than we were at 5 p.m. yesterday. Jasper's down 12 degrees from yesterday. You're 6 to 8 degrees cooler than yesterday in eastern Alberta. Should see a warm-up, though, for tomorrow and Friday. Going into the long weekend. The long weekend is really kind of the cold spot in the next week and a half to 2 weeks. There's your clearing around the Edmonton area after some clouds earlier in the day today. Get some clouds still lingering across the north. And there's the nice little southwesterly flow that's really going to start to kick in here over the course of the next 24 to 36 hours. High pressure system sets up and then slides off to the east, but it's strong enough to give us sunny skies across the province tomorrow. We'll start Friday with some sunshine. Get a few clouds late in the day on Friday, and out ahead of this low, there's your warm push of air out of the south. One last shot at hitting 20. I have 18 in the forecast for Friday, but there's a chance we're 19 or 20 for a daytime high. Here's Saturday. Is the morning hours. There's your rain tied up with this low pressure system, and as some colder air gets sucked in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, that will flip this over to snow in parts of northwestern Alberta. I wouldn't be surprised if parts of the Peace Country through Grand Cache down through Jasper, certainly through the mountain parks, gets accumulating snow over the course of this weekend. Could see a couple centimeters in parts of northwestern Alberta. Certainly several centimeters looks very likely in through the foothills and mountain parks. For Edmonton, the chances for some showers in the afternoon, and then Saturday night into early Sunday morning as this cooler air slides in, a risk of flurries. I don't think we'll see any accumulation here in the city, but almost everybody across the province has at least a chance of seeing some flurries before the weekend is done. There's your warm-up tomorrow. Nice temperatures Friday in the red zone there, and here comes the colder air crashing in through the course of the weekend as daytime highs will be in the 0 to 5 range Sunday and Monday. -2 for a morning low tomorrow in Edmonton. -1 Fort McMurray as well as Lloydminster. -5 in Grand Prairie, but you're back to 16 tomorrow. Should be in the mid-teens as well across the northeast with some sunshine. In fact, most of the province will be in the mid-teens. Here in the city, a frosty start to the day, but warming up nicely, and the wind stays pretty light. Lots of sunshine as well. 15 puts us back a couple degrees above average, close to 20 Friday. And then not just cloudy with that chance of showers changing over to flurries, but windy as well through Saturday and Sunday. Gusts to about 40 kilometers per hour High near 10 on Saturday. A little cooler there for Sunday, Monday. And then a rebound after the long weekend.
All right, Josh, thank you. A local dry cleaner is trying to ensure everyone can keep warm this winter. The Asian cleaner has taken over this year's Coats for Kids and Families donation drive after the United Way stepped back. They're looking to collect clean, gently used, or new winter wear of all sizes for kids and adults.
Right now, our locations are open for drop-off, so if people do have coats to donate, they can drop them at one of our 2 locations, either Edmonton or St. Albert. But there's going to be lots of other places to drop them.
A list of those drop-off locations will be updated on the company's website. The drive takes place between October 15th and November 30th. When we return, cutting-edge research, why scientists at the University of Calgary want your toenail clippings.
CTV News at 5 continues.
Programming brought to you by the music of Star Wars with your Edmonton Symphony Orchestra. Learn more at winspearcenter.com.
Coming up on CTV News at 6, how community members have picked up the search for a missing boy from Alberta. Also ahead, what an Alberta MP thinks about raising the idea of the Keystone XL Pipeline, and why one political analyst says a former Edmonton mayor isn't alone in his critiques of the outgoing council. Those stories and more on CTV News at 6 with Jeff Hastings. Scientists at the University of Calgary want your toenail clippings for a study exploring the link between radon gas and lung cancer. Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer after smoking. When radon decays in the body, it leaves behind lead-210. That's a radioactive byproduct. It can be detected in hair along with finger and toenails. Researchers say because toenails grow more slowly, they provide a better read of longer-term exposures. The team has already studied 40 samples from Canadians. They found high levels of lead matched people living in homes with higher radon readings.
We now can actually gene sequence the tumor and look at the pattern of mutations there and say, absolutely, that is the tobacco-induced cancer mutation signature. We want to be able to do that for radon. If all of that works, we should have the ability to add in a person's long-term radon exposure to the criteria used right now to assess a person's risk.
New funding from the Canadian Cancer Society will now expand the study to 10,000 participants across the country. And that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.